in the West or something. Right on the money.
I tried to call a little earlier, just a few minutes ago, but Peter, Eco Slick in the chat room, he, as soon as I got on Skype, he called me, and he's all bundled up, and he was telling me he's ready to go to the airport, and he's flying to New York, and hopefully Astro Daisy and myself and Kirsten, Miss June, 75, and the four of us can get together and have a little Dead TV live in person in the chat room.
Cool. I guess. I hope.
Yeah.
He seems like he's a nice guy. You know, he works,
yeah.
He works with autistic kids and stuff.
Right. Yeah, I know. That's really cool.
Daisy's a little bit of a nutter.
Well, we've already gotten together a couple of times.
No, I know.
But, so what made you decide to are you redoing the whole, people were wondering in the chat room also, are you redoing the whole song, or are you just laying down new tracks, vocal tracks?
See, I don't even think nothing about it. Like, when I'm writing.
Yeah.
If I'm sitting there in a chair mumbling, you know?
Sorry?
If I'm sitting there in a chair mumbling something, saying something like I'm in a trance, I don't even think twice about it. Any of that stuff. When I'm making up ideas, I just make up the ideas. So then,
fair enough.
But then sometimes I think it's a track warrants a focused thought more than a train of thought. Not very often. But that one, see, now what I'm saying makes sense to me.
The lyrics.
Yeah, I can stand behind it. It's so simple. But, see, I know for a fact that's better than anything Lady Gaga can pay to have made ever in the history of her career. So I don't care what happens. I don't care if it's not if it's doesn't win a popularity contest. I know it's better than Arcade Fire would ever be, ever, than they could ever possibly be.
So, you think you might perform that one on tour?
I don't think so, because I'm doing all this bendy stuff with the Mellotron. It's really revolutionary. Right. I never watched. I've been listening to Mellotron since it came out, since I was a baby. You know, I've never seen anybody do that like I'm doing ever in a composition. And
Can you describe what you're doing differently?
Well, the notes are bending. I bent the notes in an ascending descending scale to my own taste. It sounds like they're just crying. I've never seen anybody doing that. So anybody in the world right now could watch that and go, holy shit, he's right. I'm going to do that and beat him to the punch, and they're not going to make it because my shit's already going to be at the factory. I don't care if they're on fucking Led Zeppelin, if they're all the money in the world. It doesn't matter. Now they're fucked because it's going to be done. So I think it's funny. Personally.
Yeah, well, it sounds good. I don't know what you mean. What do you mean by bending the notes?
It's not in a pitch. It goes from a pitch to the next pitch. It goes. They're bending. It's not like cool. It's not like you could go, oh yeah, play A and play. It goes from A to B note or something. It's not doing that. It's bendy, microtonal shit. But if I was like everybody else, I would just have that shit coming through the soundboard. I don't know if I want to do that really.
What, you mean use pre-recorded stuff while you're playing live?
Well, what else would you do? I mean,
Yeah, right.
You would just do
You
what
can't recreate.
every single other band at the festival does and play to a tape. But I don't know if I want to do that.
Well, maybe it would sound a little different live, with the keyboard. I don't know. You can't recreate all the stuff. A lot of bands.
Yeah, but it's almost like only indigenous African people even have the capability of playing music like that. Or someplace like maybe in Afghanistan, where each player is only playing one note to make up a whole thing.
That sounds kind of cool. Like a orchestra of just one note.
I don't see that happening. It takes like a whole lot of simplicity or a whole lot of super consciousness to be into that. I don't know anybody else that has it besides me. So I don't know.
You probably get asked this all the time, but we definitely want to know if you know when the tour dates will be announced. If that's going to be happening anytime soon.
I'd bank on a world depression before we tour. I don't know.
So I guess then it's a tour is a foregone conclusion. It's going to happen. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Some weird shit. Germany just said, we'll give you guys 45 to the IMF. Germany said, we're in for 45 billion euros. We'll give you, but not unless every other country pitches in. Otherwise, no. So that plan is toast.
I don't know why they don't just raise taxes.
Well, look at the stupid thing that they're saying. You don't even understand what they're saying when they say that. Where's this money coming from? America's zillions of dollars in debt, right? Every single one of these countries is in debt. So they want everybody to pitch into the IMF. What countries aren't in debt? And what is the amount of money that they're asking for? They're asking for trillions. Norway, come on. Dig into your pockets. There's no fucking way in hell. China could just go, okay, we'll just give you all the USA's debt bonds that they said they're going to pay us back with. We don't even need that stuff now. We'll just give you all that. The amount of money is like, Saudi Arabia could go, well, we'll just give you all the rest of our oil and gold.
I saw an interesting piece of news.
It's not going to happen, man. They're going to crash the whole fucking thing. Anybody who doesn't see it, they already knew that, though. Some people knew it. We just don't want people to panic. Even though my lighting suggests that I am trying to scare you because it's like a ghost story. That's not what we want.
Well, see, we should be more like Canada. Iceland, that's what I was going to talk about. Canada is one of the few countries that didn't have a banking problem. Now Iceland wants to, there's people that want to use Canada's money and have Canada be the banking system for Iceland. And, it's probably not a bad idea.
Third of the people that are Icelandic in the world probably live there almost.
We're in Canada?
Well, no, it isn't that much. But like 50,000 Icelanders immigrated during this famine a long time ago to Iceland. Lots of Icelandic people in Canada. But Canada, the U.S. is one thing now.
Do you think they might do that?
It already is.
No, I mean the banking. Iceland, you think they might... what do you think of that idea?
The amount of money that they're talking about is nothing. Like that fucking Zynga video game company just went public on the stock exchange and pulled $10 billion. That's Iceland's debt right there for fucking jack-off video games. Talk about a crash, man. They're just taking all those suckers' money because
all those people that play Farmville and Mafia Wars, man, that stuff adds up, I guess.
How are you going to stop all the people from making fake money in Japan? All the fake digital money, the hackers in China, all the people doing that stuff. That's a big business. Bitcoin and all of it. Hacking that shit.
What do you mean? Like, you mean fake Zynga money?
Online poker money, any kind of fake money. It's fucking this
Yeah,
big.
they've got farm. They got people just playing the games. Just
They got people
to get
just
press.
making. They got
Yeah.
people just fucking hacking into it and crediting accounts. They don't want to tell everybody that. That shit is not protected. Do you think MasterCard and Sony? I mean, Sony got hacked for months. All that shit. PlayStation, all that shit. They just don't want to tell people that how unsafe it all is.
Yeah.
All of it.
How can you tell when your phone is being hacked?
When my router starts going bananas, nonstop, you're trying to call and it cuts off, starts doing weird shit, just to mess with you. It's all kinds of weird shit. But that's like a weird kind of thing, because they don't necessarily even have to hack anything now. They record every single communication. You know that in America.
Yeah, I've heard some people say that. Yeah.
No, they record every single thing, every single email that goes anywhere, every single cell, everything is just automatically recorded. They got
That's
massive.
A lot of information.
They've got shit that'll blow your mind. They told Google last time for the antitrust thing when Google was making that super giant mainframe in Utah and then another one in North Carolina. They said, "Cool, we'll let you do all this stuff with Google, but we want you to build the same kind of frame for us right now. Same kind of servers, massive data thing."
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. But you got to ask yourself, what would you have them do? Now, man, it's just like any single thing that they say. They're like, you could do this. They're like, that's cool. Start work on it. Let us know how it's going. Here's some money. Any fucking weird idea that you even have about surveillance or any of this shit, they're like, cool, just write up a grant, put it on my desk, DARPA will pay for it. It's the craziest ideas. You could just...
And that fucking law that they passed, where it makes permanent the president's power to anybody that they call a terrorist. Or...
Well, you know what? People weren't even zooming in on the crazy shit in that. It's like, even if you're proved innocent, I don't know, if they find out...
That's right, there are people in Gitmo that they know are innocent, but they can't be released because there's no way to do it.
Well, they're saying now it's fine. Now it's law that they can just hold you even if you're proved innocent.
Right, that's insane. I mean, and the amazing thing is every single conservative, every single, so-called libertarian, every single liberal, everybody should be up in arms. Anybody who cares about.
You know what? I'm so proud.
Everybody talks about freedom, quote unquote, but
this is the real deal. I'm so proud. Wait, I'm so proud of Netter, Manhattan's rep.
Oh, Nadler, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a good guy. I see him.
He fucking stepped right up to the plate and he said, "Listen." He said he gave my argument 100%. Made me proud to be a Lower.
I didn't know that. Yeah,
One second.
He's my representative.
Yeah, he was mine in the Lower East Side.
Right.
But he just like fucking said, "Look, guys, we all want to help the troops. We all want to fight the bad guys. I'm the representative for Ground Zero. Listen to me. There's no reason in the world why we got to fucking do this right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? The FBI, everybody is against this. The NSA is against this law. What are you guys even doing right now? We could talk about this." And they're like, "We've been talking about this since 9/11. So satanic, the other guy. They got the dickhead Smith from Washington. He was just like, "If you don't have any problems with this bill because you could just it's a matter for the courts. We've already been doing all these things. This is about helping the troops." They're gonna fucking help the troops.
It's the worst thing ever. It's unimaginable. Like,
hey, but Tommy, check it out. Don't don't put yourself in the camp of some like extremist wacko, right? Just because we care about this shit.
Oh no, I'm not extreme.
No, I know, but you know what I'm saying. I'm telling you right now.
I like the Constitution.
That's right. That's right. I'm validating you, and you don't have to validate me. All the cheese stands alone. What I'm saying is we're not bad guys, and we're not bad guys, and we never said one thing. You know, like, oh, do you know what I mean? We never said like fucking help Al Qaeda build a commune or something, you know what I mean, and give a Volkswagen bus, you know, like we're not like that at all. That's not what we're saying. We're saying this is.
I love my country.
Yeah, these guys.
I don't like this law. You know, I said before, it's supposed to be a nation of laws, not a nation of men. But the wrong man in the White House can make the law now and put people away forever.
Well, there's a lot of weird things going on. See,
it's horrifying.
I'm not going to give no blanket. I like my country. I like the things that I like about it, and some other things need improvement. That isn't even wrong to say that.
Yeah, that's I say I like my country. It doesn't mean I'm blind. Yeah. I have blind faith. You know, there's a boatload wrong with
exactly
what's going on. You know, the whole Homeland Security thing is, you know, it's creepy. You know what I mean? But whatever, we should all be kept safe. But this is an overreaction. This is a reactionary. I mean, it's crazy. It's a crazy law. And, you know, the fact that 97 senators,
more than that,
overwhelmingly passed.
The
fact, and then Obama was.
No. Listen, Tommy. Hold on. Check this out.
Wait, let me just finish. The Obama administration. It looked like they were threatening to veto it. You know, and you thought, okay, Obama, constitutional professor, you know, so maybe, you know, and it turns out that they were going to veto it because they thought the language wasn't strong enough for the president. And so they put stronger language in, so that now the president is going to sign it. So it's going to be the law.
Yep. On top of all that mumbo jumbo, check this out. They called the vote. It was on C-SPAN. They disconnected the cameras, dismissed everybody, and called them back so those pussies that argued against it could even vote, like, out of sight, out of mind. But now, I shouldn't have called them pussies, but that's what they are. Because I'm John Wayne style that way. They're fucking pussies. Now, but check this out. The weird thing about it then was 168 of those guys, public servants, weren't pussies about it and weren't dickheads. And I'm not gonna say
any in the House that didn't vote for it. That's great.
That were against it.
That were against it. I mean, yeah, I thought it was going to be less. I thought it was because in the Senate, I know it was like 97 senators.
I know, but it's the other guys that are extremists, not us.
Yeah, this is an extremist law for sure.
It's fascism.
Yeah, potentially, you know.
It is. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to misuse this power, but I'm just going to use the example of the Patriot Act. They've prosecuted like 360,000 people, not one for terrorism or something.
Right.
I mean, the FBI's busted some people, and people have the ACLU, lots of people have issues with some of that, but I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the FBI now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just talking about this one law.
Under those other powers, they fucking screwed all kinds of people over. Anybody that they don't like, and some bad guys. And none of it had to do anything with terrorism. And they never repealed these fucking laws. Fascism, traditionally, you know, these kind of things that it only fucks up and collapses. People beat the shit out of it. It gets defeated. But they never repeal it. They never go backwards and go, oh, right. That just was appropriate for then.
Right.
I don't think that they can take this out of the law now.
Well,
that's the
other thing. You have no redress in the courts. Like if you can't, and so the law won't be overturned by the courts because the courts won't get to rule on it. You know, unless someone brings a lawsuit, maybe on behalf of somebody that gets.
Yeah, but it's all speculative, right?
Right.
So
it's worrying. It's they can disappear you basically. They
probably will. So what? I guess. My hunch is the only guess is the obvious one, right? They're going to open up a whole fucking shitstorm of things. We're going to go through tribulations, and this is going to be the least of anybody's worries. In fact, they're going to be so pleased that they were saved from the crumbling economy and the big war and the other challenges we face that people are going to be thankful. And that's going to be the end of it.
Yeah, I mean, if we attack Iran and then China and Russia step in and say, "Wait a minute,"
Russia just stepped in like this other thing. See, I already told you guys what I see happening. Right. I don't know that it's appropriate to rehash that.
No, it's okay.
But Russia stopped some Iranian dude with all these vials of atomic shit in his suitcase.
Oh yeah,
trying to fly back to Iran. So, I mean, anytime they want to do this, basically all they got to do is smack those SAMS launchers in Syria and roll right into Iran. For some reason, they always like to fight when there's not a full moon at night.
Right, yeah.
For the first bit of it.
Yeah, it's true. It's a darker night, you know.
Doesn't fucking matter when you're using like radar. I mean, come on. And cruise missiles. And stealth bombers.
Right.
It doesn't even matter. But I guess they have to, special forces and everybody have to do a lot of stuff. A lot. A real lot.
Well, the other day, Iran, said they were going to do war games. They closed down, I think, the Strait of Hormuz or something by the Persian Gulf. And I remember the quote was something like, if the world wants to, make Iran feel unstable, we're going to make the world feel unstable, or something like that. So, because it is going to mess up the oil. Oil prices jumped right up, and oil speculators made a ton of money.
I'll just interject that. There's nothing that Russia or Assad from Syria, when the big target gets on you, man, it's like there's no weird solutions when they train the crosshairs on you. There's no it's not like they can go, let's sit down and talk. Some shit.
Well, there's some people, in the Republican Party, they've been wanting to go to war with Iran since,
They wrote up a policy. They wrote up a policy paper on this shit since 1995. They fucking had this plan. The writing was on the wall a long time ago.
I just can't believe this is actually going to happen. It really looks like, I mean, I don't...
You know what? That's what everybody fucking said about the goddamn bill. There's two things you're going to hear. You're going to see, I can't believe this is happening, and then oh, it's not what they say it says. They're going to believe exactly what they're told to believe. Like on the news, it doesn't, I don't understand this information. Where does it say this is for, I'm confused. The man on the TV said, no, it doesn't say that. Well, the ACLU and all these law professors told me it does. So I'm going to trust the professor emeritus at Columbia College and all these different other law schools. And I'm going to forget about what Glenn Beck or whoever else says that he doesn't understand or this is questionable. What the TV newsman says. I'm going to just trust the legal scholars internationally. And every other real newspaper on the planet. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I don't really watch too much broadcast TV, but I've been working, but really people were actually trying to say the law doesn't say that. It's,
well, the guy in Congress said it. He's like, it says this doesn't apply to Americans. And the next guy would go, Well, the other clause that says it applies to everybody on Earth cancels that out in legal language.
Yeah, it also says that the battlefield is moved onto American soil. So that's why, like, that's another amendment, like that the military can't act on American soil. Well, now
the battlefield is Earth. Ask John Travolta. Xenu, save us. Xenu.
Been reading a little bit of a on and off stories in his book about Scientology.
Xenu. Okay, go ahead.
No, I was just talking about. I was reading a little bit about Scientology and their methods, and they sue people, they go after people, they break into, like, if they don't like you, they'll break into your psychiatrist's office.
They don't like us. They just broke into our dead TV and played a commercial because I started going Xenu. Maybe they own Ustream. Don't they know that Tom Cruise's religion is against the law and is not a religion in this country?
That's so great. That's one reason why I love Germany.
Xenu! Battlefield Earth.
I mean, what a story. Alien souls get swallowed up by people, and so you need to join Scientology to work out those, to get those souls out of you. Or,
there you go. It's just slow motion Satanism. If you read all the hacked OT level information about the secret bit that they show you,
right?
Once you get up there past level 7,
yeah,
it's just slow motion Satanism, man. See, Elron was totally into Crowley and all that stuff, so it's just like paying lots of money in the slowest way possible to never even figure out what Crowley was talking about is Scientology.
I guess that's one way to put it.
I know, because I seen the hacked shit, but it was before hackers. We just bought it on Craigslist. It was leaked shit from defectors.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we bought those. We bought those e-machines.
You know.
We bought everything we could find.
Subject to another. I wanted to talk to you about your music.
Okay, cool.
But
Xenu.
What's up next?
Xenu is up next. The name of the record is Xenu.
I love the South Park explanation. They animated that whole story, and flash underneath. This is what Scientologists really believe.
Yeah, there's some good comic books too that people have made. There's a couple animated YouTubes and stuff. They can believe what they want to believe. God bless them.
Yeah, but that's that part I don't have a problem with. It's the other part where they infiltrate
Yeah, but why are you going to pick on them for being fascist thugs when your government's a fascist thug and your government invented Scientology? If you know anything about where it comes from, the OSS and those guys. So I mean,
I thought L. Ron Hubbard invented Scientology.
Well, he was like the figurehead. There's some.
Didn't he used to say to his friends the best way to make money, invent a
You need to study up, man. There's a couple of those guys. There was a clique of people. They used the guy with the imagination to help out. OSS, pre-CIA. See, the thinking along the lines and a lot of this stuff, was that over here in East Germany and Romania and Russia, in China, they have this, where they have orphanages and they state raise sociopaths to do the dirty work. They have no human interaction, no empathy. So the theory behind it was to be able to go toe to toe with some of these other bad guys out of necessity. You have to have your own brainwashed army too. You have to at least know about the limits of it, out of defense reasons. So that was
interesting idea.
The fact. They tested all kinds of shit on all kinds of people. The what ifs, just to know what would happen. What happens if you actually dose the water supply with acid, you know? They used to film people giving people acid in their drinks. MK Ultra, look it up.
What's it called?
MK Ultra.
Oh, MK Ultra. Okay.
San Francisco, man, they used to just go to bars, man, dose those businessmen with acid, and then film them in hotel rooms, fucking with people's minds and shit, watching people lose their shit. The most normal guys you could ever find, too. All kinds of people. Worse than that, too. But they had to do it. Or somebody thought they had to do it. They had to.
Well, I guess they figured somebody might do it to them, so...
What do you think? You know, some guy wasn't just sitting on the toilet one day and thought up the Manchurian Candidate and all that shit.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a lot more to some of this stuff.
Great movie.
And they have the Imagineers working on a lot of this stuff. All right. Anything else?
Yeah. No, that's it. But good talking to you. I'm looking forward to more. I was going to ask you more about, but I guess we'll just see it if you show it on Dead TV, what's going on, what's going to be happening in the studio. I'm looking forward to more music.
Okay. Yeah, me too. Maybe we'll do something else in a minute.
Okay. All right. Good talking to you, Anton.
Ciao.
Take care.
Just visiting. Talking about conspiracies.